Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I work at education.
Right.
What are you going to do to help get the local control back to our
Well, we're doing it. We're ending Common Core. You're not going to be educated. Your kids in Wisconsin are no longer going to be educated in Washington, D.C. by bureaucrats, many of whom, I can't say all, but many of whom don't care for your kids. They couldn't care less. They get big, fat salaries. Your kids are going to be educated locally. We're terminating Common Core. And you will see something that's magic. And I've seen it where parents and all of these people, they're all in the uncles, the aunts, they're all on school boards. They get professionals. They have great principals. You can't see what's going on from Washington, D.C. Many of the people never even come here. They sit behind a desk in Washington. They draw big salaries, and they're telling you how to educate your kids. Not going to happen that way. And I've even seen it where the kid graduates, the child graduates, and those parents stay on. They love it because their child went through the system. They love it, and they become so good at it. That's what's going to happen. We're one of the worst in the world in education. We're going to be one of the better ones. Not necessarily, I don't know that we're going to beat Sweden, Norway, Denmark, and China, but we're going to come very close, okay? Yes, go ahead.
Can we get discipline back in school?
Discipline in school. I don't think that Wisconsin should have a big problem with discipline. Do you have a problem with discipline?
Minnesota.
You're from where?
Rochester, Minnesota.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Okay. Well, we have to get discipline back in the country. Forget about school. We have to get discipline. I mean, I have a case. I have a wonderful guy, a campaign manager. You talk about discipline. And you probably saw what happened today with my campaign. He's a good guy, Corey. And by the way, the easiest thing, Corey, you're fired. I can't do that. Can't do it. So fortunately, I have a taping system. I'm rich, so I have tapes all over. So this young woman who complained she was talking about being maybe thrown to the floor and all this. I said, oh, that's horrible. And then we saw the tapes. Did anybody see the tape? What did you think, right? Nothing. Women are, what did you think? What did you?
She just kept walking. There was nothing wrong.
I mean, she wasn't like her face stayed the same. If somebody squeezed your arm or did something really bad, don't forget, initially she said thrown to the floor. But if somebody squeezed your arm or hurt you, wouldn't you start screaming or something?
Immediately.
Did you see any change in her face?
She keeps following you.
I reran it on a wide screen, and there was nothing.
Yeah,
And
it's
she
the
did
same.
That all came later.
It's horrible. It's horrible. Honestly, it's horrible. And the best thing I could do is say, but I can't destroy a man. I destroy him. He's got a beautiful wife and children, and I'm not going to destroy a man for that. And when I saw that at the tape, at first I said, oh, this is terrible.
Okay.
Then I saw the tape. It's my tape. I'm the one that had the tape. It's on the ceiling of this incredible club in Jupiter, Florida. And we're all leaving, and we have a press conference, right? And the press conference lasted a long time. It was like 45 minutes. So that was enough. I'm leaving with a whole big gang of people pushing left and right. And all of a sudden, she bolts into the picture. She grabs me or hits me on the arm. In fact, I'm like this with my arm up. And then he goes by, and maybe he touched her a little bit, but I didn't. It was almost like he was trying to keep her off me, right?
It looked like they were like supporting her so she wouldn't fall.
Or
She
keeping
came
her out of
right
the
in
way.
there.
Like he was helping her.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you see her fall to the ground?
No,
Okay,
she did not
because she talked about falling to. Now, I must tell you, her statement changed big league because she said, go to the ground. All this. I could read it to you. Does anybody want to hear it? I want to be accurate because I like the press to treat me. So before she knew she was on tape, she said, I was jolted backwards. Was she jolted backwards? If she was, her face stayed the same. So, I was jolted backwards. Someone grabbed me tightly by the arm and yanked me down. Campaign managers aren't supposed to forcefully throw reporters to the ground. Except she never went to the ground. She never even she never even flinched. She didn't, if somebody grabs you, even one of the guys, even the bikers, if somebody grabs even a biker or punches you a little bit, you go, whoa, right? The toughest guy, the toughest woman. Look at her face. It's zero. They're going to destroy a man's life. And then I have Cruz saying, oh, that was a terrible thing. That was a terrible thing. Let me tell you something, folks. If I win, if I lose, I didn't need to do this. I'm doing this because I just had a beautiful grandchild with Ivanka, through Ivanka. Ivanka and Jared, beautiful, beautiful grandchild. I'm very proud. It's my 8th. I'm doing this all for them. I didn't need to do this. This is not so easy. And I had no idea, you know, maybe none of us did. You know, I had no idea the message was going to get across. It's a message of competence. You know, it's a message, it really is. It's a message of common sense, and it's a message of competence. And I had no idea that we'd have millions of more votes than we had when we had that stiff Mitt Romney, a total stiff running, who, by the way, he's a dope. He's not a smart person, I'll tell you right now. Let me tell you about Mitt Romney. That was an election that he should have won, and he lost. And he should just go away and let the big boys do it now. Because you know what? That's an election that should have been won.
Hi everybody, my name is Mike. This is my YouTube page. Okay, so I just wanted to say, if you want to see this Donald Trump rally, the full rally from Janesville, Wisconsin, happened about an hour ago. He seemed kind of fiery. He seems like he's getting pretty pumped up. I think he sees the finish line in sight here. And he looks like he's trying really hard to get everybody else pumped up. Like, we can do this. Let's get to the finish line. It's going to be awesome. He loves that word. Anyways, if you want to see the full rally, it is available at the Alternate Mox News YouTube page. There is a clickable link right below this video in the text body of the video. It says Mox News Alternate YouTube page. Click here and click that link. It'll take you right to the Alternate Mox News YouTube page, where I am allowed to post videos longer than 15 minutes. On this page, I can only post videos 15 minutes long because of a copyright violation issue at the moment, and for a little bit longer. So you're going to want to sign up to this other page if you like seeing the full rallies and stuff like that. Most of them are going to be posted over on the Alternate Mox News YouTube page, the C-SPAN Junkie one. So please subscribe to that page once you get over there. All right, so also, if you'd like to buy me lunch, there is an there is a clickable link in the text body of the video which will allow you to put a little something in my bowl to make sure that Mox News stays strong for the coming days ahead. So, and I really super appreciate it when you guys take a couple minutes out of your busy day to put a little something in my bowl. It makes a huge difference in my world. So I have to thank you for that. Thank you all for your continued support, for your comments, for your suggestions on everything I'm doing wrong in my videos. I appreciate that so much. So I'll be back soon. But I thought you'd want to see this little clip from Donald Trump from the rally today. If you want to see the full rally, it's about a little over an hour long, and it's available at the Alternate Mox News YouTube page. Clickable link in the text body of this video. Right below the video, there's a little link. It says Alternate Mox News YouTube page. Click here. Please do that and subscribe to that page now. Thank you very much for your continued support. One of these days, this war is going to end. Stay cool until that day.
Compassion stirred the Buddha to send his monks out into the community. Sworn to chastity and poverty, they wandered the roads, bringing the Buddha's teachings into the world. Go forth, monks, for the happiness of the many, out of compassion for the world. There are beings whose eyes have little dust on them, who will perish if they do not hear the teaching. But if they hear the teaching, they will gain liberation.
The monks exist by begging. We think of begging as kind of a bad thing. Begging in this tradition is a good thing. It's a sign of spiritual purity.
You're not allowed to beg tomorrow's lunch today. Only today's lunch. Then you can't eat from noon until dawn the next day. Then you have to go out and get another lunch. And then in exchange for lunch, you give a lecture. Unless they say we don't want to hear about it, then you don't. But that's the only thing but that forces you to interact with the lay community.
And if you're not serving them, if you're not doing something useful for them, they won't put anything in your bowl, and that will be the end of your community.